Welcome everyone to another great season here for Red Sox Racing League. We are set for tonight, Mid-Ohio. Here for Red Sox, ready to go here in just a few moments. 30 minutes of some road racing action here in the GTE series. Should be a fun season. Tommy Ryan coming off of another championship, but Joe Burchett, John Kashilniak, Terry Dahl would love to be able to knock him off the top of the board, along with Dave Hill as well. We all know what Dave can do, so we're going to be watching him here very close this season as we get set to go from Mid-Ohio. 13 turns here at this track. It should be a fun race. Just looking at some of the information about the track, these guys do have one quick repair, so we'll see how that plays out. Another thing is, 5 incidents or more, it will lead to a 2-point penalty. And, of course, one of the biggest things is you do get 2 points as well for 0 incidents, as well as you have to drive back around. Once the race is complete, you actually have to drive back around the circuit or back around the track to make sure you do not get a point penalty. So, there we go. Upcoming couple of races. Mid-Ohio here tonight. March the 19th next week, Okayama. That should be a fun one. And then on March the 26th, Interlagos, and then Lime Rock Park. That's going to be a really good one. Phillip Island, and then Zolder. So it should be pretty fun. All these guys in here trying to go for the championship this season. Once again, we got a pretty good turnout here tonight for the first race of the season. I'm seeing 23 drivers, I believe. That's what we actually got. 24, maybe. We got right now qualifying is underway. Joe Burchett currently on top of the board. You can see him out there in that normal paint scheme that he runs, the red, white, and black Overtake Motorsports paint, as he is coming down into turn 3, I do believe this is. Either way, we'll see how he does here as working up the hill. Let's actually hop on board and ride along with Joe. Currently first on the standings right now, Kevin Rydell currently in second. John Kashilniak, Terry Dahl currently in the third position. Terry Dahl's fourth. Ross Booth in fifth. Tommy Ryan, Dave Hill, Christopher Jimenez. Sorry, he always laugh at me every time I butcher his name. And David Berry, Mark Wilson. Joe crossing the start-finish line does not improve that lap, I don't think. Actually, it was his best lap, so he does improve a little bit on that one. So let's hop back now. Last year's season champion, Tommy Ryan, out in the number 18 Patriot Fire Ferrari. And we was actually looking at a little bit earlier. There is a ton of Ferraris actually racing this race, if I'm not mistaken, or BMW's racing this race, sorry. I think there was only 2 Fords, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3 Fords. And there is only, I think, 2 or 3 Ferraris, and I think there's a Porsche as well. The rest are all BMWs, so there's a ton of BMWs out here running this race tonight, which is not surprising, I don't think, by anybody. That was one of the best cars last season, but Tommy Ryan was able to get in, as you see, in the Ferrari. We'll see how he does here tonight. Kevin Rydell currently second right now, by the way, as we mentioned. There you see him. He is in the Ford as he works up through some of the corners. We've got about 4 minutes left here in qualifying. And then we get set to go green here for 30 minutes. Some great racing. It should be fun. Let everybody know, immediately following this race tonight, we will be live on Facebook for the Strictly Street Stock Series. That's going to be a fun one from New Hampshire. Should be a very good race. Them guys actually over there just opened up another series that's going to be recruiting. We'll have more information about that on their league race tonight as well, but it will be some Pro Light or Pro 2 Light series, so stay tuned over on Facebook if you're interested. Be sure to like us here on Facebook as well, or YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff as we get set to go here in just a few moments as qualifying is about to wrap up here real quick. Also, shout out to PZ Overlays. They're the creator of our overlays here for ESPN. I want to shout them out for putting all the work in, the time to actually do our overlay for us. So thank you. Go check out Paul Zoda if you are up and coming broadcaster or just need an overlay in general. Very good pricing on the overlays. He puts a lot of time into it and work. So thanks him for doing that. Let's jump back a little bit here. Dave Hill currently, and now this is kind of surprising to me, seeing Dave Hill back in ninth. He's one of our faster cars that we see normally week in and week out. Right now, they're having a little bit of trouble here in the Ferrari as he comes off the final turn 13, coming to the start-finish line. And we will see what he does this lap. 3 minutes remain here in qualifying. And somebody just jumped up. I think it might have been Ryan Robertson. No, Dave Hill did not jump up. I'm actually trying to see who it was. It might have been Ryan Robertson who jumped up. Trying to confirm, but that's what it looks like it was. So that pushes Christopher Jimenez back to P11 for now. So here comes Dave Hill working through a very technical right to left-hand turns, up the hill into the left-hander, and then actually down the hill into another right-hander. Very trick little section right here going through this entire section of the course. Mid-Ohio, a very technical track anyway. Not a ton of high speed. But, I mean, you can see they're still over 100 miles an hour a lot of sections of the track. But very tough little track to navigate. One of the tracks that I'm just absolutely horrible at, which pretty much goes for all the other tracks as well that I'm pretty much bad at. And real fast, guys, while I'm thinking of it, I did not cut my spotter off, so let me actually do this because you guys are probably having a little bit of trouble hearing me. So let me do that and let me actually make sure my sound is right. Sorry about that. Forgot to do this because I forgot that I was racing earlier. So let me turn this up. There we go. There we go. That's probably a little bit better for you guys watching. Now you can probably hear me a little bit better. So Dave Hill, we just watched him. Let's jump back a little bit. Ryan Robertson just got knocked back. Dave Hill jumps up to 9th position. Gerald Livingston down in 10th. Ross Booth. Tommy Ryan goes up to 2nd position. Definitely not a surprise to see Tommy making a move here late in qualifying. Here's Mark Wilson. Had a pretty good run last season. If I'm not mistaken, finished P4 in the championship. I apologize, finished actually P5 in the championship. Terry Dahl, of course, finished 4th. Joe Burchett finished only 2 points behind 2nd place Dave Hill. That actually came down to the very last race between them two. And Tommy Ryan did go on to win the championship. So there you go. Tommy Ryan's average finish last year was 3rd place, average start of 5th. Dave Hill's average start was actually 9th, average finish of 5th, and Joe Burchett, average start of 3rd, and an average finish of 4th. All right, so the practice or qualifying coming to an end. I hope we got our new overlay thing working up here on the ESPN. I hope. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We're waiting to see. Gotta wait for the checker flag to wave, which it should be coming to an end right now. And it does not, apparently. So there you go. That's depressing. Either way, we'll get it figured out. So the checker flag waves. Has Tommy Ryan trying to improve his lap. He's got a couple more turns, I believe. We'll have to check and make sure. Joe Burchett looks like he's going to be your pole sitter if nobody else jumps up. Oh, man. So, here comes Tommy. Let's see what he can do here in the last lap of qualifying. It needs to beat a 119.562. He was about 0.189 behind current leader Joe as Tommy works off the final corner. Let's see what he does. Can he jump to the top of the board here late in qualifying? Cross the start-finish line. He will not, from what I'm seeing. He does not. Reed Rundle. Out on track as well. And this lap's not going to count for Reed. He's just getting a little bit of practice in here. So, got about 18 seconds left here in the qualifying as we get set. How about that paint scheme? Pretty neat looking. All right, so here we go. First race of week number 1 here for the Red Sox Racing Series. And it's going to be a good one. So get ready as the grid starts to load up onto the field or onto the track. And for people that are wondering, this is the 2020 Spring Series B here tonight. We're going to take a peek here at your grid order as everyone is gridding up. Take a look here. Joe Burchett going to be rolling off P1 alongside Tommy Ryan. That is first and third, and actually third and first in last year's points. Started off in row 2. How about Kevin Rydell and John Kashuniak? Great starting spots for both of them guys. Terry Dahl will roll off at 5th. Terry was fast in practice. Keep your eye on him, as well as Reed Rundle. He was quick too. David Berry, Ross Booth. Keep your eye on both of them as well. I mean, this whole field is pretty stacked. Dave Hill going to be rolling off in P9. Remember, we said he had an average starting spot last season of 9th. Here he is in P9 here tonight, starting out. Gerald Livingston going to be rolling off beside him. Ryan Robertson, Christopher Jimenez is going to be starting in 12th. 13th, Mitch Heller and Scott Husted. In row number 8, Mark Wilson and Les Turner. Kevin Kyle, Mark Kudrowski, going to be rolling off in row 9. Row 10, James Prostel and Roger Rios. Bill Palucki and Brenton Parker in the 22nd. Mark Allen, Lana Lacey is not here, I don't think. And Derek Pemberton actually will be rolling off in 24th. He just made it in. So, all right, here we go. One thing about this start, you guys can see that they are not starting on the front stretch, so they do not have a lot of time to get a lot of heat in these tires. They're actually gridded up on the back section of the track, and that's something that these guys may have to think about here as we get set to roll. You can see the pace car out front leading this good group of field here, or good field here tonight. You look down at the grid from high above in the blimp, and we are rolling here from Mid-Ohio. 13 turns, 30-minute races. That's basically a sprint series. As you look down at your pole sitter, Joe Burchett, we're going to try to start this season off right. He's going to have his hands full with Tommy Ryan and the rest of the gang lining up behind him. Joe, of course, will have that as we are green flag. I said it wouldn't take long. And we are green here once again, or here for the first time this season, should I say, from Mid-Ohio. Everything looking good right now. Up front, that is. As actually jump back a little bit. Good start there for Joe Burchett. Tommy Ryan trying to follow suit. May get a little bit of a toe down the straightaway. So we're going to kind of focus here on our lead a little bit right now. Up the hill into a left-hand turn. And then, of course, down the hill into the right-hander. A little bit further back. Oh, we got one car. I think, reckon it is. Dave Hill off the track. Big implications already. David Bear or John Kashuniak also off the track. Let's see what happened here to Dave Hill. This is a big one. I think he just got wheel spin on exit. Let's see. Working through the S. Everything looked good. And I don't know. That was a weird one. And then Kashuniak also went around And now we just had Christopher Jimenez go around, I believe. Boom, right there. More contact piling in the back. Multiple cars involved in this one. James Pro still goes around, everybody trying to avoid. And that is not the way you want to start your 2020 Series B series off here in this race. That was a crazy little circumstance. Right now we're kind of just watching it and see what happens. As we stay green for now. And keep in mind, our time limit is not working, I don't think. So we're trying to actually fix that right now. It's just taking me a minute. So we're basically going off by how many laps we think this race could be. And if that is usually around what we think, it's about 21 laps right now to the finish. So just keep that in mind. It might not be completely accurate, but pretty close. Watching the battle right now for 5th place. This is Terry Dahl. Ross Booth battling it out up front, right behind Kevin Rydell. Riding on board, Ross Booth. Let's actually get our camera in the right position. It's a good little position battle here. How about that, guys? Had some issues with the ticker just now, as you guys can tell. Back to where we was. We're good. Looking around right now, not really too much going on around the track. We can jump back to Dave Hill. Remember, he had that little incident start. He is back at P17 right now, running right behind Bill Lucky in the 16th spot, trying to take that spot away as they go up the hill into turn number 2. Paul Lucky right there in front of him in that orange Ferrari. About 19 seconds behind race leader, but Pilecki did start in 21st position. Going to give up right now as Dave Hill looks to take the 16th spot away. Not able to do it just yet. Here's some more racing. James Prostale and Mark Kudrowski. James started back in the 19th as well. Here they come right at your screen. Good little group here. It's Kevin Kyle also involved in this little battle here for 15th. Joe Burchett right now out front by 2.5 seconds over Tommy Ryan. Remember, these guys do have to make at least one pit stop here under green flag conditions. Sorry about our flag not working right now, guys, where I had to reload the overlay, and it's actually just an issue on my end, so. Real quick look, by the way, while we're sitting here racing, there's a look at your weather here. Track temp at 81 degrees here in Ohio. Back up front to her leader. Joe Burchett continuing to lead Tommy Ryan. You can see the distance as Joe works off the corner. You can see Tommy coming up over the hill right there. So a good look back at the driver of the 18. Joe put down a great lap last time. I believe that is the fastest lap here of the session. I do believe it is. And once again, out there was just as good of a lap as the previous lap. Derek Pemberton back here in 21st. He didn't get a ton of practice. He joined kind of late, but here he is making a start. At least that's a good thing. Right now back in the 21st position. Oh, Terry Dahl having some trouble. See what happened here. This is up in turn number 2. Oh, got a little help from the 6. Ross Booth, and around he went. Definitely don't think that was intentional. Ross just carried a little bit too much into the corner. And that knocks Terry from 5th all the way back to 9th. So probably not happy. I would assume that anyway. So we'll be keeping an eye on Terry. Let's jump back a little bit. James Prostell, Mark Kudrowski actually still going to battle with each other right now for 13th. Dave Hill has closed the gap up as well a little bit, who's back in 15th at the moment. Now on board with the 16, James Prostell Jr. coming in here, going up through turn number 1. You know, you can actually be pretty aggressive in turn 1 more than what I thought you could. I didn't realize you could actually be that aggressive just watching him as he works up the hill in turn 2. We'll stay on board with him for just a moment. Working through turn 2. Down this right here is probably, I would say, the fastest part of the racetrack. Kind of down this little long straightaway. See 150 miles an hour already. Into turn number 3 and 4. Tommy Ryan closing the gap up just a little bit on Joe Burchett last time by. About 4/10 gained. As soon as I say that, it kind of disappears just a little bit, but pretty good lap from Tommy that time. That may be the new fastest lap of the session, a 1:19.439 for the driver of the 18. Still 1.8 back right now to Joe Burchett. Got about 16 laps to go. Average, keep in mind, we're not 100% sure, or 20 minutes, let's put it that way. So we're about to the halfway point. We should be seeing some drivers pit here within the next 5 minutes or so. Terry Dahl trying to close up the gap on Mitch Heller, who is up in P8 right now. Mitch started in 13th position. He has continued to work his way forward. Looking back, you can see Terry trying to close that gap in. And right behind Terry is Scott Hustad. Christopher Jimenez has been off pit road as well, but we'll have to make another stop, we believe. He pitted about 4 laps ago, so should have to make another stop. We think. These guys only run 35% fuel load, so that's going to put these guys to definitely have to stop here very soon. Little mishap on Tommy Ryan's part, as not the best lap we've seen him run. Actually gave up some time there. Joe now out to a 2.6 second lead over Tommy Ryan. And if Joe somehow is able to hold on to win this, it would be a fantastic win for him. He was doing really well last year in the series championship. Made a small mistake, and I can't remember what track it was off the top of my head. Made a small mistake coming up pit road and kind of got lodged in between two walls. And it kind of just ended his night, basically. He didn't come back. I think he finished like 13th or so. And then didn't have the best start at Watkins Glen. Definitely affected his season outcome as well. But overall, not a bad first full season for Burchett. I think that he's pretty happy with third place. Especially with the talent level that's actually in here. As you see, Ross Booth running a P5. Ross trying to run down Kevin. Kevin's doing a really impressive job, though. How about him? He's up to 4th right now. He started in 3rd, lost 1 spot, but he's actually done very impressive here at Mid-Ohio. Same as Reed Rundle. Reed Rundle has switched over from the Porsche to the BMW for this race. And Les Turner on pit road. Not sure if that's completely scheduled, and I'm trying to see. Well, I've seen somebody sitting over in the infield. I did not, but Reed Rundle started up there as well. Started in 6th place, up to 3rd. He was really fast in practice, and it's kind of carried over here. Pass for position. Kudrowski, Mark Wilson. Wilson trying to take that spot away. It's going to help Dave Hill as well. And Dave Hill, Kudrowski tried to hold on. And right now able to only minimize the damage, only lose 1 spot. But he does have his hands full as Dave Hill looks to his inside. Really tight racing here. Pit stops may be starting. Rod Robertson has, not quite yet. I think he actually pitted early from that damage. So about 16 minutes remain, or 13 laps is what we're averaging right now. So we are to that point where we could be seeing some pit stops starting to take place. Right now we're still watching the battle right here between these guys. Roger Rios coming to pit road now. James Prostel also on pit road. So pit stops are starting here. A little bit further back here in the field. Still waiting to see when Joe Burchett and Tommy Ryan. Oh, how about Dave Hill running way off track? He's going to run into the wall. Dave Hill maybe out of this one. And he is. It looks like he's not going to come to an end. No, he's going to back it up and continue on. He's going to have to get that quick repair. Yep, not will come to an end. Had to tow. I believe the car has actually blew up. So Dave Hill not starting this season off the way he wanted to. We all know how good Dave Hill is. He'll rebound nice at other tracks, but just not his night. He actually wasn't that fast in practice as well, which kind of surprised, I think, a lot of people. So tough break there for Dave. Joe Burchett not coming to pit road this time. 15 minutes remain here in the session, so we are at the halfway point. Here in about 5 seconds we'll reach that point. Tommy Ryan also didn't come to pit road. Looking a little bit further back. Everybody else right now not coming as well. So we should be seeing this here soon, but guys are probably trying to estimate their fuel load and all that good stuff. I do want to go ahead and mention that Les Turner, James Prostel, Roger Rios has all made a stop. As well as Bill Pawlucki, who's on pit road right now. One thing you do not want to do, no speeding penalties. Of course, these things do have pit limiters, so it usually is a little bit tough to get that, but we have seen it plenty of times. Some guys may forget to set it. Bill Pawlucki down and away. I'm looking at pit times about how long it takes to get off pit road. It's kind of a long pit road here, but 25 seconds looks like it's going to be pretty good if you could get around that time. Bill Pawlucki, 6.4 seconds of fuel goes into the car. James Prostel took 5.3 seconds of fuel. And Joe Burchett going to continue another lap here as Tommy Ryan will continue in his tracks as well. Reed Rundle, will he come to pit road this time? No, he will not. We are looking at 14 minutes left to go. Looks like none of the top 5 or top 6 coming in. Gerald Livingston not going to make the stop this time. Mitch Heller, also Terry Dahl not making a stop. Scott Hustad not making a stop. Let's ride on board here with Terry Dahl as he tries to run down Mitch Heller for the, looks like 8th position. Terry was up inside the top 5, had a little bit of incident with Ross Booth, right into the corner we're actually going into. All the way down to first gear for Terry in turn number 2. Very interesting. Let's jump up and watch Joe to see if he's coming this time. Nope, not this time. We'll stay with Joe Burchett here for a few moments. 2.8 seconds out in front right now. As you see Joe working down the, I call it the backstretch section of the track, but not really the backstretch, but one of the fastest sections we go to. Once again, guys, right up immediately following this race, we will be live over on Facebook, Strictly Street Stocks. And if you're into street stocks or maybe you're into Pro 2 lights, tune in. We got a special announcement coming up about Saturdays. We'll have an announcement there and that during the street stock race tonight live from New Hampshire. Should be a pretty good race over there as well. Tommy Ryan not coming to pit road this time. We're about 11 minutes away from the end of this thing, or around 9 laps. As you look at Terry Dahl still running in P9. Jump back. Mark Wilson putting some pressure on Derek Pemberton. Now keep in mind, Mark Wilson has already pitted. Derek has not been on pit road. And there's some contact. Mark Wilson, Les Turner. Sure what happened here. These two guys, it looks like, I think Derek may have scared Mark there just a little bit. Definitely wasn't intentional by any means, but I think he definitely scared Mark just a little bit. Is Derek going to go for a spin? He whips it around, keeps it off the wall. He's just going to spin it back around and get it going. He's got to kind of wait here, make sure he don't kill nobody. And he'll start rolling here, but there you go. He is rolling. And he'll be hitting pit road. Actually, he just came. No, he has not come out of pit road yet. He should be coming to pit road here very soon. And once again, you see Derek off the track again. Not quite sure why he was off the track that time, but let's see if we can see. He gets out of the way for Joe. That's just two teammates. Derek said, I'll just put myself in the wall for you. You can carry on, sir. And once again, Derek Pemberton off the track again. And he's just like, I'm just going to tow because I've done enough damage. And, he's just going to stick right there in the tire barrier and pull off the track. It's a strange one. Either way, and Derek's not, unfortunately for him. But out in front, still waiting to see when the pit stop's going to be started. Top 12, a Terry Dahl on pit road. So there's our first top 12 pitting in. First one inside the top 10 is on pit road. So now we should be starting to see pit road get pretty busy here, coming to what we think is 7 laps to go, but definitely 9 minutes. Once again, ticker's not completely right because that could be an estimate of how many laps we got. But we do got him showing 9 minutes left right now. So we'll see if Burchett hits pit road. Terry Dahl on and off, 26 seconds on pit road. 7.6 gallons of gas, or 7.6 seconds of fuel goes into the car. Not going to take tires here on your pit stop. As Joe Burchett not going to come down pit road. He said, I don't need gas. We'll just keep on continuing. Tommy Ryan says the same. He's good to go. We'll have to wait and see. Reed Rundle. See if he hits pit road this time. Mark Wilson also has been on pit road. None of these two guys. Kevin Rydell, will he hit pit road? He is back to fifth. Not this time. David Berry not going to. Gerald Livingston going to hit pit road. Seventh position. Mitch Heller not coming to pit road. Scott Hustad looking to come to pit road. He does. John Kosilniak working a little bit further back. Actually, he has lost a nose to his car. Not entirely sure what happened here. But I would definitely think that he's going to hit pit road. We're going to see if we can actually find this. This happened a little bit further, I believe. This happened a while ago. I believe on lap 11. See if this is it. Yeah, this could be it right here. I think this is where he actually got the spinning car. Maybe not. I don't know what that's from. Anyway, back live right now. Terry Dog going around Gerald Livingston. And there you go. Joe Burchett on pit road. Leader coming in. Tommy Ryan not coming in. He will have to make a pit stop. We'll watch and see how that goes. For now, we'll watch Joe Burchett make his pit stop. Make sure everything goes good. Here he comes into the box. Good there. And he is going to be taking about 6 seconds of fuel. Yep. About 6 seconds. He had 25-second flat on pit road. David Berry on pit road. Reed Rundle in his box. Rundle taking a pretty good 6.8 as well as Joe. Looks like this could be about the same time as Joe Burchett. It is. Identical times on pit road. David Berry taking a little bit more time on pit road. 7.4 in the box. Off pit road now. John Kosilniak is on pit road as well. Who's the nose of that car? He definitely needs this quick repair. He does get one of them. So definitely much needed pit stop here for John. There he is taking that quick repair. And he will be down and away. And 7.2 on him as well. Tommy Ryan really driving hard as soon as I switched over. See if he hits pit road this time. He does. So we'll see where all this shakes up at as Tommy coming down the long pit road here for Mid-Ohio. He's got a long way to go. All the way up behind Joe's box. Coming into the pit stall. Second pit box in. Going into his box. Let's see if he makes it. Oh. Yeah, he looks like he got in pretty solid off pit road. A little bit better on pit road. About a second better. But it's going to be enough for Joe Burchett to retake the lead and extend back out to a 2-second gap. What happened here? Kevin Rydell's on pit road. Down and away. Good stop there for Kevin. That was probably the best stop we've seen with the exception of Tommy Ryan. Pit stops have been completed here for the Red Sox Racing Series. We are about 5 minutes away from the ending flag. Keeping an eye on that as you see Joe Burchett out in front now by about 2.23 seconds over Tommy Ryan. Terry Dahl, after that early spin, working his way back up through the field. Remember, he started up in P5, rode there for a long time, had a little bit of run-in with Ross Booth, who's up in third, by the way. But he's working his way up. Mitch Heller, Gerald Livingston. How about this little battle here? This is for the 8th position. Maybe contact here. There they go. Both go around. That was for the 8th position. Works out great for Scott Hustad. And let's see what he actually seen here. He sees the wreck. There he goes. That's 2 spots, 1 corner. And Mitch Heller and Gerald Livingston continues on, but does lose a spot each. Back to 9th and 10th. And Mark Wilson trailing not too far behind. Reed Rundle now running down Ross Booth. This would be for the third position. Reed looking really good here in that BMW, making a switch from Porsche to BMW right now. It looks like maybe for the hit the wrong button. Maybe for the season. We'll have to see if we can confirm that. Looking back a little bit here, James Prostel as well is in a battle. We'll jump back up to this battle for third, but James Prostel just taking over the 14th position, actually. Right there, he's trying to run down Les Turner. Back up for third place, Ross Booth. Oh, we got a problem. Gerald Livingston around again after a promising knot. He is done. See what happened. He has completely towed the car going into turn 3 or 4. See what happened here. And wheel spin, locks it up, and around he goes, and that was enough for him to park it. Unfortunately, Livingston had a great run going and will end his knot here from Mid-Ohio. Do got a lap car coming up here, and I believe could be Mark Kudrowski. There we go. Yeah, the Minnesota Twins, number 944, right in front of Joe Burchett, who Joe Burchett gap slowly closing here, and I don't know if Joe might be just saving just a little bit, but gap was closing there just for a second for Tommy Ryan. Got about, I'm showing 1 minute and 50 seconds, so this is actually about a 2-lap. Yeah, we're going to be going 2 more laps here, it looks like, even though my ticker shows 3. It will be, no, we're going to 2 laps, so yeah, this will be a 2-lap. Here we go, lap car right here in front of Joe. Joe's able to get by off the final corner. Does help Tommy just a little bit. As we see Tommy now trying to get up on the back bumper of the lap car. He's going to have a little bit of a tow here down the straightaway. Coming up into turn number 2. Could be an issue as well. Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to slow Tommy down. He had to get on the brakes hard right there. Right on the back bumper. We're going to keep an eye on this and see what this does. Yeah, it does actually help Joe. You can see about 2/10 gain just in that corner for Burchett. Maybe a little bit more than that. It just hasn't updated completely yet. But yeah, he definitely gained some time with that lap car. I mean, these guys have checked out, by the way, over third place of Ross Booth. Just want to point that out. One thing Joe and Tommy do that I really do, really anybody in this series that I've noticed, a lot of respect is given in this series. That's one thing I definitely appreciate of it. So 2 laps to go. We are coming to the white flag this time. As Joe Burchett works off the final corner. 1 lap to go. Here from Mid-Ohio. Joe Burchett out by 1.6 seconds over last year's season champion Tommy Ryan. Will it be enough for Joe Burchett to be able to put this thing in victory lane? This would be a huge win for the driver at 83. It's going to give Joe a lot of momentum and other guys as well. Reed Rundle is another one of them guys that, I mean, honestly, Reed Rundle very much improved since last time we've seen him race. He's done a fantastic job. Same as Kevin Rydell as well. Very much improved. Joe's got a couple more turns here on his final lap. Oh, Tommy Ryan went around. He did save it, but he lost a ton. A lot of room now. Joe Burchett can cruise to the finish line as he works off the final corner. Joe Burchett going to park it here in victory lane from Mid-Ohio, week number 1, Red Sox Racing Series. Tommy Ryan going to finish in P2, and we're waiting to see Ross Booth. Got a couple more turns here. Reed Rundle tries to run him down. And Ross Booth coming to the final corner. Looks like he's got it. P3 for Ross Booth. Reed Rundle, P4. And Kevin Rydell, P number 5. Everything else looks like it's pretty much spaced out. So congratulations to Joe Burchett picking up the win here tonight. And we're going to talk to our winner here in just a moment. Once again, guys, immediately following this race, we'll be live over on the ESPN Facebook page for the Strictly Street Stock Series. But give it up for Joe Burchett in the chat. Give it up for Tommy Ryan finishing P2 and Ross Booth P3. We'll talk to Joe here in just a moment. These guys do have to make it all the way back around to the start-finish line. So they will be doing that. What a race for Joe Burchett. I'm going to be honest, that was impressive. Good run. Way to start the season off. Good for Tommy as well. We know what he can do. And definitely starting off where they left off last season. Actually, let me take this away and put this up. There we go. Let's do this one. Here we go. Joe Burchett finishing P1 after starting first. And he's going to bring it here to the start-finish line. Probably do some burnouts. And all that good stuff. There you go. He's going to start here on the front stretch. And we'll talk to him right here in just a moment. Maybe. As soon as he comes into the Discord channel, we will talk to him. Just a minute, guys. We will do that, hopefully. So it is Joe Burchett, Tommy Ryan, Ross Booth, Reed Rundle, and Kevin Rydell going to finish top 5. David Berry 6. Terry Dahl will finish in 7th. Joe Burchett, Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
P1. Great way to start the season. Would you agree?
Yes. We are ecstatic to come in here and be able to take home the victory. We kind of tested here last week with the preseason testing, and we knew Tommy was fast. I knew we were fast. We were pretty close to him, but I know how Tommy is, man. He's a consistent, man. He's just really consistent, and he's going to show up there every week, and he's going to be competitive every week, and it's just, it gives me confidence if I go out there and kind of somewhat keep a gap. I know he made a few mistakes there towards the end. I made a few towards the end that kind of closed us back up. We kind of was able to get lucky with a few of the lap cars, just the way it worked out, and man, it's awesome racing in here, dude. It's every week, no matter where you're at in the field, the racing's just good, week in, week out.
I got to ask you this, because you finished third last year by 2 points. Could have went either way in that. Did you learn anything from last year that will help you get to that next level this season?
Just kind of how everybody races, for the most part. Like I was up towards the front a little bit more last season than I was the previous season, which I didn't run the full season that season, but kind of being able to run the whole year and kind of see how everybody approaches the first couple races to the last few. I did learn a few things, but we're going to some tracks this season that I haven't really ever drove. Mid Ohio is probably about the one that I have the most knowledge on. So the rest of them, I'm really going to be kind of going to school, learning these things. And I know Tommy and Dave Hill, Ross, Reed, Kevin, all these guys, they're all going to be quick, and we're going to have to go in and put some practice in. Try to step our game up if we want to compete with these guys.
Hey, good job tonight. Shout outs and all that. I know you got to get ready for a street stock race.
Yeah, Swamp Dust Seasoning for what they do, Overtake Motorsports, Sellers Racing, Sellers Construction, Adam Chapman Designs.
Thank you.
And ESPN for coming on doing the broadcast. Les and Terry for putting on the this excellent league, excellent racing every week. All the guys that showed up put on one heck of a race, and hopefully everybody out there enjoyed it. And that's it, man.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Next up, we got Tommy Ryan in the booth. Tommy, got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4.
P number 2, last year's season champion. You've been in this situation plenty of times, still early in the season. Not too bad, though, for finishing second, starting off the season.
Yeah, I made too many mistakes, and I was really trying to pressure Joe. But, yeah, tire model's a little bit of a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely slide the car around, but if you buzz the tires, you had to wait a couple corners to get it to settle down and get going again. But it was a good run. Joe's tough to beat, man, but he's fun to race.
Yeah, he's got the same mutual respect for you, which kind of makes it awesome. That's why I love watching you two guys go at it. So I got to ask you, next week, you come in here as a champion already, but next week we go to a track that I'm not really familiar with the GTE cars, but we head to Okayama. How do you feel about that place?
I've been there in a couple other different cars. Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to get in there and turn some laps, and because like I say, everything's new with this tire model, so it's just going to take some seat time. But overall, man, I feel pretty good about it. I should get a podium in there at least, I'd hope. But, everybody's going to be doing their homework on this new tire model. And the usual suspects will be up front, so I'm looking forward to that.
For sure, man. Hey, give your shout-outs and all that. Coming in here trying to defend that championship.
Yeah, Patriot Fire, Northern Tool, and Coastal Safety Auditors. We're going to try to get it done again. It's going to be tough. Like I said last season, if a couple of them other guys made more races, I don't know if I'd be sitting there. But, hey, I'll take them how I can get them.
Hey, good job tonight, man.
All right,
thanks, buddy. Next up, we will talk to Ross, finishing at P3. Ross, you got a copy? Hey, Ross, you got me?
I do.
Started P8 tonight. Worked your way up, man. Not a bad night for you. Coming in here at Mid-Ohio, very tough place. Definitely what you needed to start the season out right. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was okay. This new tire model has thrown me a loop, but we're figuring out. Tommy and Joe there were definitely the classless field tonight. They were running mid-19s the whole race. I think only had a couple of those, but we'll get.
So I got to ask you, because I asked Tommy the same question. He was talking about the tire model as well and how much it changed. But we go to a place a little bit different, Okayama, next week, and I want to ask you the same question. How do you feel about heading there?
I honestly think Okayama is a lot like Mid-Ohio.
Right.
There's not a lot of places to pass. And you really just need to be good in a couple spots, and you'll hold your position the whole race. But I think moving forward, just if you can keep it on the black stuff for the first couple laps, get the heat in the tires, you'll be.
Hey man, you did a great job tonight. Is there any shout outs you want to give out?
Just say hey to anybody watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Hey, good job tonight, man. Congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Well, guys, that is going to do it for us tonight. We got to hop out of here and go do some Strictly Street Stock. Tune in on Facebook. We'll be live here in just a few minutes. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see y'all soon, and God bless.